Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Tapia with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning. Happy Friday, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, I guess I have to pull this out of mothballs, shake it out a little bit here, get it ready for the NBA Finals. If I could, let's see this on the back. Got a City jersey here. This isn't purple and gold. This is the Clippers. The Clippers are back in business. Happy days are here again. Playoff Rondo is where he rightfully belongs. In the basement with the Clippers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Skip?
Yeah.
Was there anybody available yesterday that the teams really wanted? Why wasn't Nikola Jokic on the market? Why wasn't LeBron, the AD?
Why are you changing the subject from the only move of the day that anybody cared about, Rondo to the...
Oh, Rondo was the big move,
Okay.
That is true. It is
No,
what
that's what you're
everyone
talking
was
about.
talking about. It is what we are about to talk about. How about this? Rajon Rondo is returning to the city. He just won a title in, but not the team he won a title with. Skip just pointed out with that jersey. Yesterday, the LA Clippers acquired Rondo from the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for Lou Williams and 2 future second-round picks. Rondo will provide some pass-first leadership out of the guard spot, something Clippers coach Ty Lue is very excited about, telling reporters he's fiery. That's what we need. And Skip, I know you think it's a good move. I saw you tweet last night. Congrats, Clippers. You just won your first NBA championship. Which means I gotta ask Shannon how he feels about that. Shannon, does Rondo make the Clippers the favorites in the West?
No, 5 cases right now, they don't win a title.
5 cases.
5 cases.
Let's just do the West. I'll take them in the West.
Okay, 5 cases.
5, got it.
Cases.
Boom, thank you.
No, Skip, he does not make them the favorite. Rondo, AD, healthy. LeBron and AD, the Lakers, are still the favorite in the West. Now, I like some of the moves, the Nuggets. I like what they did. I like the JaVale McGee. I understand they get Aaron Gordon, a big body, can bang with LeBron, Kawhi, or Paul George. But for this situation, Rondo, he's averaging less than 4 points a game on 40% shooting. He's 3.5 assists, 15 minutes, all career lows, while he's missed 17 games. Now, you know at some point he's going to miss some more time. The question is, Skip, how does Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, with the most sensitive and the thinnest of skins, take Rondo when he shoots them straight? Y'all not playing well. Y'all are not where you're supposed to be. How do they handle that? Because we saw what happened. They got Trez up out of there. They got Sweet Lou up out of there. JaMychal Green's gone. Everybody that might have said, you know, come on, guys. Y'all need to hold up y'all end of the bargain is gone. So Rondo, you know how, Skip, Rondo is very mercurial. He gonna tell you straight. And it rubs a lot of people the wrong way, especially if you're not used to his abrasive style of leadership. It's not for everybody, but it's tried and true. He's been with some strong men. You got to be strong-minded. Think about it, Skip. He's with KG and Paul Pierce. He's with Bron. He's with AD. So you have to be strong-minded to be able to deal with him. And so that's what's we're going to see how that shakes out. Skip, I just don't know if Rondo, Atlanta couldn't wait to get him. Atlanta outbid everybody, gave him a 2-year deal when no one else had more than 1 year on the table for him. Atlanta says, you know what? We got a nice, solid guy to back up Trae Young, so we don't have to have Trae playing 38, 40 minutes a game. And Skip, it didn't work out well. Rondo has been a major disappointment in Atlanta. Maybe because he went there. It's hard going from a championship team to the Hawks. But he goes to a team now, but he doesn't make them the favorite, Skip. I'm sorry. I don't like to break bad news to you first thing in the morning, because I feel like it's somewhat of a downer that I'm starting your day off like this. But you're not the best team in the West, and you're not going to be the representative in the NBA Finals coming out of the West. Now, that's that.
Okay, it is my turn, and forgive me because I got so excited as we opened the show, I just tore my mic right off, so I'm going to hold it because I'm going to hold you hostage as I go right here. And I'm going to I'm going to shoot you straight on what just happened.
Okay.
In the biggest picture, the great Jerry West, who once upon a time was the architect of the Los Angeles Lakers and one of the greatest Lakers who ever played, and he remains to this day the logo of this league.
The logo.
Maybe we should change that, but that's a whole different topic for another day. But the great Jerry West, over the last 4 years, has overseen the Los Angeles Clippers. For a while, he oversaw Golden State, and you saw them take off into their dynastic days, and here come the Clippers. I believe that Jerry West bamboozled the Lakers and the entire NBA for Rajon Rondo. What happened during the last free agent period? Did I not come in here day after day and pound this table? The Clippers need Rondo. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I said he could be the head of the snake that they do not have.
Right.
As much as I love Kawhi Leonard, as much as he can distribute the basketball, he leads them in assists as we speak right now.
Right.
He's not a point guard.
No.
He's not a point forward. And he's not a leader of a basketball team. I've said that from the start. He grew up in the shadows of Duncan and Parker and Ginobili.
Right.
And he was a great young player and a defensive player of the year and a finals MVP, but he was not the leader of the Spurs. He did become somewhat the leader of a team that is still run by Kyle Lowry in Toronto, and they did break through, but they got a lot of breaks because they got a lot of injuries on the other side.
Literally breaks.
Literal breaks. Literal breaks that they got. God bless all of them. But Paul George, I've told you from the start, he can turn into George Paul. He can turn into Pandemic P. For a while last night against my Spurs, he was Pandemic P, and then he made a couple shots at the end, and they won back-to-back in San Antonio. But the point is, Paul George is nothing but a complimentary star who is not the leader of a basketball team. So Ty Lue is now the coach, and Ty Lue, once upon a time, was the mentor of a young Rajon Rondo in Boston under Doc Rivers when Ty was Doc's lead assistant.
He was.
And up came Rajon Rondo. And you want to talk about the gumption this kid had, the you-know-whats this kid had, to stand up to, wait a second, to Paul and Ray and KG and just tell them, no, sit yo, you-know-what down. I got this, right? And Ty Lue had to sort of govern him and show him the ropes and teach him the way. But he took over, and they broke through and won a championship. And last year, the harder I looked last night at what Rondo did for your team, he was the essential ingredient for you in the bubble, and especially in the finals. My goodness. I look at this. He had 19 points in the closeout game against Miami with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. He had 16 points in game 2, which was a crucial game against Miami. My point is, every time I looked up in the playoffs, he was making a key 3 or just some key basketball play. It could be a steal. It could be a pass. It just could be a play that you said, well, they don't have anybody who makes that play. As great as LeBron is, as great as AD has been, it took playoff Rondo to catalyze the Lakers in the bubble. Am I right?
Yeah, but Skip, here's the thing, though. You couldn't play LeBron 48 minutes, and plus, because Rondo had been in those situations, it was a lot easier. They trusted him, having been the point guard on a starting championship team.
I understand, but he made them fly in the bubble, and he's going to make these Clippers fly. And I told you, they don't have – you said it from the start, and I have not disagreed with you. Patrick Beverley, I don't even know what he is. He's not a point guard. No. He's just a little bulldog, pit bull of a defender. That's what he is. He's a disruptor. He's an agitator, and he brings a lot of life to that team. And he's still on that team. They didn't trade Pat Beverley for Rondo. They traded a Lou Williams, he always had an old man's game, but now he looks a little more like an old man than he ever did at 35.
He going home.
Okay, he's going back to Atlanta. He grew up in a suburb, and what did you nickname him in the bubble?
Oh, Lemon Pepper.
Lemon Pepper Lou. And that was the beginning of the end of Lou as a Clipper, because I don't think that organization ever quite got over that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, Skip, because the guys, you're like, okay, we're going to compete for a title, and here's you out there bull-jacking.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's exactly what it was. So the great Jerry West tried to fit Rondo under their cap, but they just didn't have the exception to be able to pay him the way the Hawks could pay him.
He wanted 2 years.
Okay, he wanted 2 years. The Lakers did not have the money to pay him, and I'm pretty sure they wanted to keep Rondo if they could.
Go 2 years.
So he goes to Atlanta, and he gets paid, but I am convinced, I do not know this for a fact, I'm educated guessing on this, that Jerry West said, hey, take your money and run to Atlanta, and we'll do our darndest to come and get you at the trade deadline so you can have your cake and eat it too, right? Because, okay, so to your point, you just rattled off his stats in Atlanta. He just got paid. That's all it was. He didn't want to play behind Trae Young. Come on. Rajon Rondo just won a ring for the Lakers,
Right.
and he wants to sit behind Trae Young, who has one of the highest usage rates in the league,
Yeah.
you know, and is a turnover machine. He doesn't want to do that.
It's his team.
Okay, it's his team, and Rondo's been playing 15 minutes a night, averaging 4, 2, and 4. He has been mailing it in.
Yeah.
He has been on ice in Atlanta, just sort of biding his time and staying fresh for the stretch run with the Lakers.